a jingle, but we haven't done it yet. Heads in the shed, heads in the shed. We'll be talking shit and we might invite some friends. Heads in the shed. The S is important. Not that important, honey.
It's pretty important. And we are back for another episode of Heads in the Shed.
You! Joined by the one, the only, all the way from Boston, Dr. Arizona Dan.
Yes!
Yes!
That was a really good intro. Cheers.
And for those of you wondering who Dr. Arizona Dan is,
From Boston.
the best keyboard player in Australia and a fucking lovely champion bloke. Proud to say one of our best friends. And we're lucky to play in a band with him and have done for quite some time now.
We should just end this now.
No, stop
We're off
it.
to a good start.
You are probably...
It's easy to say when it's the truth.
Yeah, but you're
nice.
probably the most humblest. Is that a word? Humblest? You're a doctor. Is that a word?
In our band?
Yeah.
Dan's
not me.
always learning our language.
I love, everyone's probably going, what? Because you're from Boston, but how did you get Arizona Dan in this band? Because
Well, it sounds like Boston Dan's a bit too gangster.
Yeah.
Arizona Dan's
Boston
more.
Dan.
He's a piano player in a southern rock band.
That's right.
Yeah. And he did live in Arizona.
That's right.
Is that why?
Yeah. So I when I moved here, it was originally I started in Boston. Was never meant to be there. It was too cold.
Too cold.
And then I went to Arizona for several years. And then made my way here.
Arizona
And made my way
scorpions?
here.
Scorpions?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rattlesnakes?
They put them in lollipops. I have never seen
Are
a
you
rattlesnake.
joking?
Yeah.
Is that a joke?
No, they do. You can get it's a real thing.
What? Are you really?
At
You
the
lick a scorpion.
Well, it's in the lollipop, so you have to work your way to it. You really gotta want it.
What do you do when you get to
Wow.
the scorpion? I've never heard of this. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
neither.
I'm not even joking here.
It's a thing.
Hang on, do they poison it? Obviously.
Probably. I had to look to make sure they were safe to import for family.
Did you
but
have
yeah.
a lick on one?
I did not. I wouldn't.
You wouldn't go,
I'm not that brave. No.
I mean, I ate one on Celebrity Get Me Out of Here, and that was fucked.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
like that.
And that wasn't even in a lollipop, was it?
No,
That was
man,
just-
I didn't. And that doesn't sound like licking something like in a lollipop form sounds like it's a party, but that sounds awful.
I would definitely.
Well, there you go. I've just learned something.
But you're basically an Aussie now. How long have you been here?
I moved here in 2006. I first visited in 2003, and this was, you got to understand, this was like, it's hard for us to remember, but this was before we all had iPhones in our pockets.
Of course.
We weren't Googling stuff at this time.
Which
so
was the best way to live, right?
I mean, certainly was simpler, I can say that. I got off the airplane and was like, I just had no idea. I didn't even know there was a bridge here, which is embarrassing, but really? Up until,
I love that.
Up until that point, there was Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah.
Of course, prawns,
And then
shrimp.
then there wasn't much until about Finding Nemo in 2003.
Yeah, of
So like,
course.
at least in the States, we had a bit of a gap for Australian
Steve
culture.
Irwin came in there at
Yeah,
some
it was a
point. That
little
might have
bit.
been
Wait a
after
minute.
that.
What
Yeah.
made you go from Boston, Arizona, then to go 2003 hits and goes, I'm moving to Australia?
So I didn't actually move till 2006. I was on my way
Okay.
to New Zealand in 2003 just to visit with some friends. A girl lived there, and we were just all checking it out. And I thought, I'm going to go to Australia first to see it. And I was thinking about this. It's funny because, like, basically often, especially Americans, when we say we're going to Australia, what we really mean is we're going to Sydney, and we're going to like this much of it.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah, I came here and kind of fell in love with what I saw. The seed got planted, and then went home shortly after. Met Shannon.
So you met Shannon in Australia, your wife
No.
now?
Yeah. So in 2004, I think. I came and visited in 2003, went back, met my then girlfriend, now wife, and she was on her way here. So as the story goes, I followed her here.
Oh, it's your love story.
Yeah. And then at the end of 2012, mutual friend of ours said, you got to come check out this band.
Yeah.
I said,
Yes.
you want me to get in a train for 2.5 hours?
Yeah, to go and have a jam.
Because you lived in Sydney.
Yeah,
Because
there's
you
just-
leaving Sydney is a real thing.
Yeah.
It's like your whole world is in that
Everything.
space.
And
And
it
I
was-
can
yeah.
I can empathise with this because I lived in Sydney in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And I remember someone asked me to go to Campbelltown one day. And I
Yeah.
went, and I lived at Redfern. Like,
Right.
I'm right there in central Redfern. And I remember going, are you joking?
There's no way.
Are you joking?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you're gonna you want me to come to Campbelltown? So I actually understand
Mm.
you living in Sydney to go anywhere is
Anywhere.
a fucking deal for you.
Let alone Mannering Park.
Mannering- well, at the time,
Mannering what?
yeah, but now you have to come to the Wang.
Yeah.
Like we're even further away.
Yeah.
I love that you.
Thankfully, we all got along, and it was pretty instant. But I remember that first jam. I don't know what your
What jam was
recollection-
this?
Well,
Can
that
you-
was the one where you
Was that the one where I had a baby?
It was
Yeah.
actually mine was shortly after you'd had the baby. So
right.
yeah. I came in I was like
You came after that?
Yeah. So Tiggy she was
Little.
I don't know, weeks or months. I'm not sure.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
it
that's
was-
when-
Yeah, I wasn't there when your water broke. I missed that. But,
You missed that one.
not that close.
but it just all worked. That first jam, it's like, fuck yeah, I hope this dude comes back.
Yeah, so obviously getting ready for this, I was thinking when did that all happen? What year was that? Whatever.
Wow.
And you may recall, but our first jam session, I literally brought my iPhone and a little Hammond app on the iPhone.
Oh yeah,
And
Really?
played a little keyboard
Oh
this
my
big.
god, that's so
And I'm
cute.
thinking, these dudes have no idea. I've got 700 pounds of gear sitting in Sydney.
Oh my god, we have to talk about that
He'll
actually.
lulled us into a false sense of security.
Security.
Like, look how self-sufficient he is.
I'm like, no, you don't understand. I know I'm playing an iPhone right now, but
Did you really play on it?
Yeah,
Oh
no,
my
it was all
gosh,
like
that is so
yeah,
funny.
Yeah, that was great.
and we patched it through the PA.
We patched it through the PA, and it was
Wow.
loud and silly and
You
wonderful.
guys have such a long history together. I feel like I was saying before, I feel like I'm a bit of a fraudster here because you, like Adam, like Honey, you and the boys have been together for such a long time, probably since Tiggy. That's when the Adam Exy band kind of started from when Tiggy was born. Probably the worst time to start a band when you start a family. But anyway, whatever. Fucking that's not
Yeah,
necessary
in
anymore.
hindsight, it seems silly, but
It does, but it's totally felt normal,
Yeah.
right?
And what are the options?
I
if
know.
If you're musicians, you still got to live.
100%. But I just feel like you guys have been part of, personally for my life, watching you play in the Adam, like you and all the Mitch, Benny, all you boys, and Luke, who comes in here and there, a fiddle player every now and again. But you become family, and it's like, where do you start on a story? Like we have so many stories, and I guess so much history in.
Yeah,
what is it now? 12 years.
12 years, yeah.
It's a long time.
And like we've said, talking to the other guys, the older I get, the more I've sort of acknowledged how lucky we are to still genuinely enjoy your company, let alone being able to rock together.
I
Like
can't
I think
believe
it's
we
rare.
still enjoy each other's company.
You know what
No,
I mean?
wait. I can't believe you still enjoy our company. I feel like we're so much too much for you sometimes. And you just go, what the fuck am I doing with these guys? Like music really keeps us together, yeah? Because you're a doctor man. Like you're an intelligent dude.
But
and
I'm not sophisticated though.
you
so-
are sophisticated. I think you're very sophisticated. I just think your brain, I love the way your brain works, Dan.
it's
Like
like-
you're an
and
incredible
back
human.
at you, Brooke. I feel the same.
Great conversationalist, a great keyboard. Oh, I hate that. Sorry, pianist.
Yeah,
Penis.
that's better.
I was just saying that, you talk to other career musos, and it's a pretty rare thing that we've got that we do all get along so well.
It is.
And we're all different, but very similar in a lot of ways too. And it's the music, obviously, that's brought us all together. But I think it's a great friendship that has happened through that, which is awesome.
And maybe it did have to start when you guys were starting a family. There's like something that happens, obviously, when you do, the moment you have your first kid, it's like you're not the most important person and everything changes, obviously. And it's almost like, what bands stay together pre-kids?
Yeah.
Well, that is
Like,
so
it's
true.
pretty
And
hard, really.
I constantly
obviously,
have
but-
a reflection. I guess for me with you boys, I feel because you guys are feel like I'm your biggest fans. Like Adam and you boys, like I've just constantly been in your corner the whole time. Like I think you guys are the most. I think you guys, if not, are the best band in Australia. Again, biased clearly, but I really do mean that. You're incredible musicians.
Well, when we started, we were rehearsing every week.
Yeah, because it was pre-kids, and that's what I'm saying. Well,
But even when we were all
Tiggy-
like
because
had
I was
little
looking after
kids,
Tiggy,
we were
which was
still,
fine.
Still rehearsing one day a week. Fucking shut up. Sorry.
No, but I'm not even having a go at that. Like Tiggy was little, and you can like babies are easy at the time because you can
Well, it's just it's like any job. You got to
totally. And I'm
Go
all
to
for
work.
totally. And I was always had your back in the boys' back in this situation of
It
going,
always felt
please
like that,
rehearse and
for
please
sure.
like.
Absolutely.
Always,
I was
always.
encouraged. Like I've been so supportive, and I think, and it all goes hand in hand. We're all being supportive of each other.
It goes hand in hand with being musos. Like you and your sisters rehearse, we rehearse.
Yeah, it's just a
what
thing.
you
It's-
do.
it's our job.
You can't expect it to come together without putting the hours in, and that obviously with you travelling up 2 hours on the train, now driving 3 hours
More
to
longer, 3.5.
3.5, depending on how the traffic goes. But it's a big commitment to
It
be a
is,
band.
huh?
That's why I think I kind of do go far out. We're lucky to still be playing with the same bunch of dudes and still enjoying it. And
It's
and
a
the
credit
effort-
to you guys. That's what I was trying to say
It-
before, and I
it
think I
does
got off
feel
it. But it's
no,
pretty
it feels
incredible.
it definitely feels unlikely, but it's great, and it was pretty easy right from the beginning. Like I recall it being pretty easy right from the beginning. The music was good, the band was great, you were wonderful. Like it was all your house
You're
was
very
great.
kind.
Like no, it was.
But I
it
feel
was-
like between like your world and our world, right? In some magical way, we've collided, and you've stuck around and hung because I feel like we are also very different. Like in a great way. Like you are. Music keeps this together. Like I'm so interested in how your brain works, and I mean you are the most incredible keyboard. Like again, I know I said the wrong word. Like pianist.
That's,
And I don't want to go back on that conversation,
Organist.
but or whatever, big organ,
Too
you
many
know,
compliments,
like
but yeah,
because
no,
you do
no,
have a
it's-
lot of big organs out the back there,
that's
like
true.
literally
That's one
you
thing I
do.
can absolutely get behind. So
But all I'm saying, in all seriousness, it really is an incredible way that, regardless of whether we're all the same, because they always say you hang around with people that you have common interest in and common all this. Our common interest is music, but yet it's beyond that now with us because you've taught me so much. I have over the 12 years, I guess. You've become a constant in my life. Like it's like, Dan, what would I love the way Dan would think on this. He'll come with a different approach. He's going to come from a different angle, the way I'm thinking of this. And I love that. And I've come to rely on that.
yeah, no,
If that makes sense,
Yeah,
if I've
it does.
articulated
I
that
know
correctly.
you're articulating beautifully, and obviously it goes back and forth. And I love the fact of how different everybody is.
Yes.
And and honestly, like when I first moved here, it was very cosmopolitan and very Sydney, and bars and trying to be,
Yeah.
And then when I met you guys, it was like, oh,
Here's Australia.
Australian culture.
He said that's got to be a compliment, right?
This is what they were talking about.
And you know what? I still remember, and I still remember because you said earlier on, you thought Australia was Sydney.
Yeah.
And then I remember
Yeah.
us going, okay, we've got a gig up at Gympie. We've got a gig out at Broken Hill.
yeah.
And you're going,
Out at Cobar.
Where
Absolutely.
Cobar, where the fuck are we going?
Yeah.
I don't speak American probably. Where are we going? Like are we, where? And I just love that thing. I remember from your perspective of stuff, you've gone, oh my gosh, I'm going to places I've never seen before. Like it's again, music takes you to the most amazing places.
It's wonderful. I'm certain I've seen more of Australia than most of my Australian friends, I think.
True, Yeah. probably.
And it's tough to say if I'm winning in a lot of those places. Nothing against the rural towns. They're beautiful and they are fun. It actually, but we've really been all over the place.
Yeah,
It's great.
absolutely.
And now it's funny because like depending on where we are and what we're doing, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes we're going where and why and for
course.
how long. But honestly, I really hope it just keeps going till
It
we just
keeps
can't
getting
do
better.
We can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
It's
Shit,
really,
yeah.
it really is.
I think it will. It
a-
should,
think so.
right? Like,
I just think
Well, you know what's cool? We're sitting on an album now that I personally
True.
am as proud of, if not more proud of anything I've ever recorded. So in our mid-40s to be about to tour that album is
Here's
exciting.
cheers, fellas. Well
Yeah.
done.
So I don't see why that we
Bluetooth.
need to stop going to any weird and wonderful places to play music.
yeah, I hope so.
Obviously, you'd been playing for a long time before you even came here. Can you give us and everybody else a bit of an insight into what it was that led you into music and also the piano as an instrument, and and how you chose to make it some part of your career.
The romantic talk about yourself section.
I know it feels weird, but we're here to help you. I'll prompt you. Ads and I'll prompt you.
Well, I just find it interesting because at some point it went from something I have to do, just like 3 karate lessons or whatever, that everybody does something, and it goes from being you have to learn piano to I'm fucking playing the piano.
But he's a doctor, and also too we've mentioned you're a doctor. Like,
I mean,
we need to talk about
we
that.
shouldn't
too
overplay
quickly.
that, but yeah.
Oh, you know what?
Start
That's
saying-
me pulling my card because I'm so proud.
No,
Like we're proud of
I
you. for that.
appreciate it. No,
And
it's really nice. It is.
You put
It's about to
so
get a
much
cake.
work into that. Like you put so much work and time into that.
I wonder how many pianists started off as frustrated guitarists, which is exactly
Were you a guitar
what I
player?
did. I mean, I started playing guitar. It was too hard. I sucked. I wanted to be a rock star like every other 12-year-old, and I'm like, this is hard, and whatever. And piano was just easy, and I'm lazy.
Did you get it straight away? So you picked that up easier than guitar?
I did, but it wasn't even that I got it and all of a sudden was like some wonder kid thing. I've always thought of myself as just someone who loves music and loves to just make the sound of music
You love
on
it.
whatever. And
Wow.
with piano, I could just remember sitting down and playing just 3 chords and being like, oh yeah, this is way better than guitar. I can just do
Yeah.
this.
So
no one's even taught me anything yet. Look at all the shit I can do. This
And
is
it was
fantastic.
instant for you. You
That
got
was
it.
instant.
It's-
Yeah, that
okay.
made complete sense.
That is interesting.
Whereas, I don't know, like I think I like the guitar more now than I did when I was
you were
a
younger.
kid. Yeah, but like I just found it really hard, and even though it was, I don't know. Just
Is that
wasn't-
because you think you know the piano so well now that you're just like, you know what? I did have an interest in guitar, and it's just become an age thing. Like I've got more patience.
more patience, and like obviously, especially when you're younger, like all you do is compare yourself.
And now the comparisons still happen, but I don't know about you, but now it's more of a driving force. It's fuck, I'm not as good as him.
Yeah,
I better get
exactly.
on my instrument
And it
today.
is, and it's actually
Or just accept it for what it is.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
okay.
but,
yeah.
but it's
Also true.
It's
Yeah.
a healthy thing
Of
to
course.
be driven by better players. I reckon.
Yeah.
Like I've always thought, be the worst player in a band, and the people are going to
Absolutely.
lift you. And like I love playing with you, for instance, because I don't know jack shit technically, musically, and I love figuring out what I'm playing half the time by you going, that works because you're playing that note over that or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, but
Yous are actually nerds, really deep down, which
yeah.
I think's fabulous. The older you get, it's so cool to be a nerd.
yeah,
'cause
but
it's,
I was gonna say I don't know that you can exclude yourself from that. You
Oh,
can-
I'm totally a nerd with that. No, but I actually love the whole process of how we all talk about things and the whys and how did you get there and the conversation of it, and just it's learning. It's really interesting, and I guess as an adult, it's fun to learn because it's your choice by that stage. It's not forced, and it's something that you learn when you're interested in something. You learn it.
Yeah,
Especially
agreed.
when you're for me, you're such a great. You articulate so well, and I always find you're like this. Like the magical book. I just open up the book of Dan. I'm like, what's he going to give me today? He's going to give me knowledge that I don't know. He's going to teach me things. I'm just going to learn. I'm going to feel sick. Like I'm going to understand.
Everybody should do one of these podcasts. Just it's very, very sweet of you to say, but
You are, though. I'm a big fan.
It's nice, as am I. Honestly, I think that's and it's weird just sitting tooting our own horns like this. But honestly, when we're on stage, it feels like you're a fan of what we're doing when we're doing it. And
Always.
what you can't see because you're out front singing is me just going there smiling at you the whole time
Absolutely.
going, fucking listen to this.
But
Yeah.
it is.
Listen to this
It's an
shit.
So true.
admiration. It
Just
is
that
true, but it's
Mutual respect
it
all
is.
around.
Just
And I-
total
And
joy.
that's the magic, I think, of what you all have. And I think, and again, me including that, like what I think it is that, like you just said, the respect and just the admiration of you've never learnt everything. And every gig you learn something new.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it,
shit,
whether
yeah.
you go, whether you've played something or I've done some lick or whatever it is, we all turn around and we go, whoa, we heard it. I heard that.
Yeah.
That's acknowledged.
I've thought about the fact that I now have like these letters before my name and have done like formal schooling, but honestly, I think we all love playing, we all love entertaining and playing in front of people, but there's definitely this self-indulgent learning component that everybody in the band is
100%,
doing.
yeah.
It's like because when we get off stage and we talk, we're not sitting there like beating ourselves up.
No.
In a way, it's very dorky. We're like, what did we just learn from that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. What did you do on that one?
Yeah.
We should do that again the next. I know it's constant. Like, yeah.
I missed that thing. I heard your
Yes.
goal. I'll try and get it next week or
yeah.
whatever.
It's great.
Can we go quickly too? So, we wrote Star of the Show with you. I remember it was the last album that we did, the Up, Down and Sideways album, and we'd been talking to you for a long time about. We'd just moved up here at the Wang.
Yeah.
And I remember Adam and I, and you were saying, I'd love to come and write a song with you again. You in Sydney, we're up this way. Like, we've got to lock in a date. We're like, yep, let's do it. And you came up to the Wang, and I remember it was the funnest day. I think we had lots of alcohol that day, but we were very creative. And you was, before we always started, we were like, I want everyone to know that you have had a huge influence and you've been a massive impact in our daughter,
Oh, yeah.
Tiggy. So Tiggy,
You're about the only one musically that she listens to.
oh,
That's classic. We were just talking about how to have a career in music with kids
oh
and
my
shit.
God.
And midway, we realised we'd left our kid at the bus stop.
The
well,
gate.
we
The
didn't.
Gate.
We
Our
didn't
gate.
pick him up at our gate, and our bus driver's a legend and sat with him for 10 minutes.
And it's probably pissed our bus driver off because he's got other kids on the bus that their parents are going to go, where's the bus? Oh, my God. Anyway, this is not what you do when you're
No.
in years and you have children.
No.
We've just learned another thing.
Yeah.
We've got to set alarms. We've got to set alarms.
Yeah.
Many alarms.
Okay, we've diffused the situation. Our son's happy again.
We're back.
We haven't forgotten him forever. He thought that we just completely disappeared off the face of the earth. Okay, but this is what prompted this conversation, which
Yeah.
made me realise, oh, that's right, we've got another child, Elroy.
I think we were talking about drinking many beers at your house when you first,
Oh, yeah.
as a responsible adult. And,
Stop, you made me feel so guilty.
Go on.
Okay, so we were talking about writing, like how
Oh,
we came
Star
up
of the
with
Show.
Star of the Show.
Yes.
This is what prompted me to remember that we had another child
Yeah.
outside of Tiki. You've been such a huge influence on her. Like, she took a really strong interest in piano at like 5 years old. I remember I used to get she would take my phone every now and again and just sit it up on the piano when we lived at Mannering Park and play. Literally, she was writing songs at 5, like making up songs at 5. And I remember if you looking back on some of the videos, she'd always look over her shoulder as if we're coming. She hated us seeing her play, and still to this day doesn't necessarily like us watching her. But you've been a massive, I know, influence in her, like continuing piano. And I just remember the day we started writing with you when you came all the way. You actually left Sydney to come up and write with us, which was a huge thing for you to come and do
It
that.
was a huge thing.
And I know that I remember from my
You're going to do it once every 6 years.
which is fine. But I remember from our point of view, we're like, we really want to work with Dave. Fuck it, who the fuck's Dave? Don't ask me. Oh my God, I'm so rattled.
Dave's fucking picking up his kids.
Yeah. Oh my God. Fuck.
Tough one to recover from for the
Yeah,
kids.
yeah. Sorry.
I'm
So
I'm
I
certain
remember.
my parents did worse with me. And we're still here. It
So
doesn't
you came up, and I remember I said to Adam and I, we're like, we really pumped to write with Dan because you, again, with your knowledge on the piano, we were like, yes, he's going to come. Like you play
Chords.
chords was our
Awesome.
thing. Like I'm very limited to
Chord
what I
choices.
can play on the guitar, right? Adam, you're a different kettle of fish. You're an incredible guitar player.
I sometimes jag and guess some cool shit.
No,
Dan
you don't.
knows cool shit.
Right. Because of you're just so good at melodies and I just love the way you play, right? So when you came up and wrote, I remember before we even started going, how is Tiggy doing on piano? And I remember, and tell me if I'm telling the wrong story here, but I remember going, how about we get her out? She was with us, obviously. Yeah. I said, let's get her out. And she's been playing this riff over and over and over again. I said, Dan, I'm sure she would love to play that because you're the only one she would
Play for.
And I do remember this. Like if you're in the room, we could be in the room and let her play. So she came out, remember, we were in the side of the shed up the top, and she came out and she's like, I said, Tiggs, play that riff. You keep playing over and over again in the mornings. And it was a dum na 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 na, and she was like 6 or 7 at the time when she came out with it. Anyway, she did. She started playing it, and then I remember you said to us, obviously we were so proud of her to do, and which prompted her. You said, "Why aren't we writing a
That.
song
We should
to
write that.
And it took you to say, even though, because I knew it was great, but I also go, we're parents. I don't want to seem as we're biased, or
Well, I also too hadn't even thought about exploiting my kids yet until you suggested it.
You're welcome. Actually, Tiggy should thank me.
Yeah, but
yeah, that's
really,
right.
she
She's been doing
did.
quite well.
She's been doing
And I
well.
remember you really tapped into that. I guess from being
Oh, you guys
so
had
close
heard her,
to us.
You would have heard her play it 100 times, or probably many, many more. Yeah, but no, it was really. It was
And
just
do you
really,
remember we said to her, can we use that song? Can we write a song over that? And do you remember she said, how much money are you going to give us? And we're going, look, mate, we live in a shed. Like no one knows who we are. It's going to take a while. Anyway, but we made her sit with us and we wrote it with her. And that came. Do you remember this, guys? Like we wrote that with her very quickly, like because it was her story. I felt like it really came out.
Yeah, I don't know if it was quick. It was certainly like.
It wasn't quick, but it
flowed.
felt it flowed,
Yeah.
and it was quite a. I'm not going to say easy is not the right word. It was
Yeah.
just one of those things that just came so naturally and it flowed so well that everything that we were saying about, she was like, "Yep, that happened." No, that didn't. Like she really sat with us and made sure we.
She even got frustrated at a moment.
She
and
did.
She went and sat on the hill, and I had to go and
Like,
chat
She
to
was
her. and-
cranky. She's like,
great.
"You're ruining my song. This is not how I
Yeah.
want my song to be." And I'm going, "Well,
It's
you
like,
need to
come
tell
and
us.
communicate.
You've
Yeah.
got to write it
Keep
with
us
us."
on
That's
track.
right.
Yes.
And you actually, it was like
This is a co-writing
It was one
session.
of those things where one of you corralled her and was
We
like,
did. I think
"You
it was
gotta go.
ads.
You gotta probably." Yeah, like go say your piece.
I went
say
and
what
sat
it is.
with her on the hill
did.
and was like,
Like, be
it's all
part of
good,
it.
darling. It's
Step up and do the thing.
And she did. She walked back. I think she was like 7 or 8 at the time. She went, "Okay."
Yeah, there was a line that wasn't right. I
Yeah.
think.
She really bugged her.
Yeah.
it's like, that's okay. That's co-writing.
Yeah.
But
So
you got to communicate.
So Dan, on that's again your influence. You wrote Star of the Show, which again, for those that are playing along and who don't know, you're watching, you've just stumbled across this podcast already today. Dan, all of us, and Tiggy, she was 10. She was the first.
She was the youngest,
the
ever
youngest-
golden guitar winner.
You articulate that very well. Thank you. Fuck, it just bleh.
And then the year after, we didn't win anything, and Tiggs was like, "See, you should have written another song with me."
did.
Yeah,
She did.
she's already got it worked out.
But no, and that was a big credit to you for, like, I guess, getting that not only out of her but making us. I know, even though I felt like I did realize I wasn't prepared. Like you said, not exploit. That's not the
No,
word. 'Cause
I
that's
was-
not what I
I
know
was
you're being
being
funny,
funny.
but again, it was that thing of going, yeah, it is good, right? And to have you to say that's really good. It was
Yeah.
my reassurance, I guess, for me going. She's really good at melodies and playing piano. Like she's that excited. You're
she was
here
actually
today.
that's right. She could play it. Like she could actually
Yeah.
it wasn't a moment of something fleeting. It was like this is this well-formed part that
Yeah.
sounds great. It was it came
And I love
delivered.
that you've been in tune again with her with that. So, like, the fact that you're here today doing this, right? Tiggy has a chance to go to a sleepover, which she never gets a chance to do sleepovers, right? But she said to me, "No, I don't want to. I want to come home tonight." Like and she hasn't said why. I know why.
I'll make sure I'm a
because
good
you're
audience.
here, and she wants to
pretty
play
cool.
piano with you because you're. She always says, "Dan just gets me, Mum. Dan understands what I'm doing."
Yeah.
And that says a lot for it.
I mean, she's just gotten so much better over the last recent years as
She's
well. I'm
amazing.
truly
And you've
looking
been a
forward to
massive
hearing.
influence. So thank you for that.
It's my pleasure. That's
And
good.
that's why we love you. Oh, not only for that, but you just.
It's really good. It's wonderful to see and hear.
I just wish you lived closer because I know she would love you to. I mean,
Yeah,
you
so
still are
she
teaching
seems
her
to-
all the
she's-
time.
She
but
seems to be doing pretty good with her teacher. So
she is, and her teacher is, by the way, Mrs. Coleman. I've never met you, and you. She absolutely loves listening to you
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
But I know
Yeah.
that you've been
Awesome.
such a massive influence on her as well, and she's yeah, she just absolutely loves it. So
You know what?
Thank you.
Honestly, I think the tie that binds with all of us is we're music lovers at bottom. Like, and I mean, like everybody here, your whole crew, your whole orbit. Everybody obviously loves you and believes in the project, but everybody's just loves music, loves the sound, loves the thing that it does to a space and to a vibe and all that. And not everybody's like that.
No.
They're not. I assume
I mean,
everyone
everybody
is.
kind of, yeah, but everybody, like, people like it, but not everybody kind of is moved in quite that
True.
way. Like, everybody here is, and she is. Like, that's
Yeah,
just so
so
clear that
true,
she
it
just
is.
likes, it just does that
I
thing.
know,
So
it's weird.
It's really like, it's funny because it's not even like we sit and have like deeping meaningfuls
No,
or anything like that.
'cause she hardly talks.
The connection's already there,
there.
and maybe it's because she's your kid, but also it's just that tie that binds,
think
you know,
so.
your whole crew.
I think the great thing about, you know, everyone in the band, like individually all of us, is everyone knows who they are, and I feel like we're all very comfortable, and no one needs to try and be anything. Like everyone in our, whether it comes down to the musos, to the crew, to everyone that's in our circle, I guess you call it, it's such a wonderful thing because everyone gets to be who they
absolutely.
are
Yeah.
without, you know, you can be the nerd, you can be the...
Well, Dara,
I don't know, I just feel like
allow
it's...
me to just pay back a compliment, even just so everybody feels very comfortable in their own skin.
Yeah.
Everybody's allowed to just be
There's a voice at the table.
who they are, for better or for worse, and you guys actually create that opportunity.
Well, that's
for,
nice,
for,
Dan.
Yeah, no, it's
I'll
true.
drink to that.
I'll drink to that
absolutely.
too.
It's great. Like there's the only thing to prove is to try to like play a little better to get a wink or a nudge or like excite everybody and all that. But there's very little bullshit, so it's good.
It's a good way to be.
Yeah,
It is a great way to be.
it's a good hang.
There's enough bullshit in general trying to exist and live as a human
Yeah.
without bringing it into the music.
Have this little patch, this little area.
You know what? We've got a little patch for you, Dan, and we've got a fucking PowerPoint for the fucking car you just bought. Mate, it just blows my mind. I just love that you bought a very practical car you need to charge when you get to a place where we live completely
So I've been meaning to ask you
nowhere
if you
near
guys
a
have,
charger.
if in your orbit of people, if you have an electrician that's because I have a free charger for you. It's worth $1,200.
You need an electrician to
we just
wire
gotta
it.
So we
install
just
it
need
here.
to, but we need to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, no,
we
we'll
would
bring
have
it.
because we'd have wangers that come here, right?
Yeah.
Again, if you're
We'll do
if you're just tuning in,
Scotty Brown, what are you doing?
yeah, you can come and hang
Frothy.
with us.
It's a good way to get
you can
this
meet,
done.
You can meet Dan. You can meet all the band members. Hang at the wing at gmail.com.
That's right.
Please
Come and rig up Dan's
Come and
charger.
rig. I'm sure though, you wangers, if you've got, what do you call them? An EV?
An EV.
An EV.
That's what you call it.
So you're going to pay for the
We're
the
gonna-
charger.
it's all
so if
yeah,
you bring
we
an
got
EV to the wang, you can charge here
Yeah, that's right. It'll be good.
off our power.
Imagine how hip we'll
Not
be
a
then.
problem.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit,
That's
we
hip
are
as.
hip to the
It'll be
hobby,
2025.
and I'm a
Hoppy.
hip hop, a hipper to the hoppy. So we're pretty pumped, Dan. Like that recording process with you guys that we just recorded our third album. I'm not going to lie, I was totally impressed with everyone.
Ditto.
Again, even though playing with you guys for as long as we have been playing, again, the next level with watching and what you all brought to the table on this third record.
You
for
saw
us.
me. I was in tears when Adam. You're one of the only people that know that I was in tears when Adam was playing that song.
Oh man, I just
Yeah, it was great.
really it's such a special thing. We're super pumped to oh man, I'm just so excited for the record purely
There was zero
personally.
expectation too going into it. I don't know. It just felt like a bunch of people that have played music
for
their
a
whole
long
life.
time. You're right.
And to do an album where there's no expectation of it fucking going to the top of the charts.
Oh, it's not going to.
But it
That's
doesn't.
okay.
But you always, every time you do an album, you know, particularly when you're young, you're like, fuck, I hope this is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
album.
but
Not at
But
our
this
age.
one, it was just like a bunch of songs we're really proud of and happy to record. And I don't know, it felt like that. Just a
It
bunch
did.
of
No,
people
that's
making music.
It's
with-
true. The only dreams were of making what we were doing sound as good as we could.
Yeah. And that's
Oh, I
a
love that.
pretty
That's
special thing.
that's a song there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, look at you,
let's find your daughter. We'll get
Yeah,
it.
let's get her. We can't
You
forget
know
her.
where she is?
Is the bus here? Has anyone got her?
But yes, that's going to be a lot of fun to tour next year for the same reason as we get to go and play it with that same intention. And I've said to Brooke, I'm loving listening to the tracks as they come in and they're getting edited and stuff and going, we can fucking reproduce this live.
Yeah,
That's
we
exciting.
did it there. Surely
We
could
played
do
it
there.
in the studio.
Yeah. Surely.
It sounds like a band. And yeah, that's a pretty cool thing.
It's amazing. I can't wait. So we still haven't. Have we come up with the title of the album yet? I'm leaning towards Souls on Show only because, like,
You can speak to us too. What's good for the goose is
yeah,
good for the gander.
I just feel
Yeah.
like
If
Souls
you're
on
gonna-
Show. I love that song, and I think you should actually win a Golden Guitar Award with that.
We should.
Because no, you wrote it,
Yeah.
but I also think it kind of represents because we all played on the record. Like it's a that's how records were made right back in the day, and we've kind of lost. Like everyone now is like it's a lot. Like I think we're talking about this on another episode of a podcast of all the what do you call it? The computerized. Like it's the tracks and it's just all through a computer, I guess, and which is so funny. We've made this record. I listened back to what we were doing in the studio and this record that we're about to bring out. I go, we're not reinventing the wheel by any means, but it sounds like a 90s country record, which again, I know that sounds so silly, but no one's doing that these days.
Aspects of it, yeah.
It has, hang on, aspects of it. It's not a 90s record by any means, but it's got, you're right, aspects of it. But we've played on it, and I'm super, I know that sounds like,
No,
I'm
you
proud
got
of it,
the-
but
you got
no
the
one.
band,
But again,
man.
it's
The
like
other- you got the whole band.
why is it that's you don't hear much of it anymore?
The other cool thing is we recorded a full album, which is not
True, it's
done
not-
heaps now. It's
That's
normally
true.
people are doing singles and
If they even show up to the studio.
yeah, that's right. It's a lot of it's
so
done remotely and what have you.
No,
And
again, we all feel quite lucky to have participated in what is truly a dying art of a bunch of people getting in a room and recording music.
yeah,
It shouldn't be, but unfortunately, whatever. And it's great that you can do things from home, and we all do that too. So whatever. But we're lucky.
Yeah, and we're so stoked that we get to play with you
No, it's very sweet.
and the other boys.
absolutely.
And there's so much more to learn from you, Dan. You're an amazing
Many
human.
more good times to come.
Absolutely, everyone. Arizona Dan Beatty Man,
Dr. Dan.
Dr. Dan.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Hope you've enjoyed it.
Cheers.
See you
So long.
soon.
Had a friend who really wanted to be famous, but he didn't want to do any work. Said if you want to get down to the diamonds, you gotta dig through a little bit of dirt. But don't matter if you're hanging off a shovel, don't matter if you're swinging off an axe, don't matter if you're digging for the diamonds, don't matter if you're digging for the facts. Keep on hauling, yeah, we got a long way to go. Quit your stalling, gotta lug that heavy load now. Gonna breathe our last breath out on the road. Well, I'm just a little confused about who wears the pants or the skirt. Stop swinging up your mama's titty, get a little stain on your shirt. Well, double calf, half calf, D calf, skinny calf, vanilla calf, bull calf, glass half, full calf, rapper, marker, chocolate, copper, flapper, wagga, I don't give a flying quack. Give me something, one cold pea, and I'll be done, get out of here. Back to a place where things make a little bit of sense. Keep on hauling, yeah, we got a long way to go. Quit your stalling, we gotta lug that heavy load now. Gonna breathe our last breath out on the road. Arizona dead. Well, I'm just a little concerned about who's got a hold of this land. I'd rather see it steered by a pair of dirty hands. Well, hands that are bled and hands that are fought, hands that are learned and hands that are taught, hands that'll never let go when the chips are down. Keep on hauling, yeah, we got a long way to go. Quit your stalling, we gotta lug that heavy load now. Keep on hauling, yeah, we got a long way to go. Quit your stalling, gotta lug that heavy load now. Gonna breathe our last breath out on the road. Gonna breathe our last breath out on the road. Gonna breathe our last breath out on